Welcome to Dungal First PU online classes. In the last class, we have discussed the escape velocity and its applications also we have discussed. When V greater than V or V equal to V or V less than V. In three cases, we have discussed the applications of the escape velocity. Today, we will discuss about the geostationary satellite. These are called as a communication satellites. Geostationary satellites and polar satellites are called as two types of the satellites are there. These are called as a communication satellites. Here, first we will discuss about the geostationary satellite. Right, what is a geostationary satellite? The satellite which is at stationary with respect to Earth is called as the geostationary satellite. The satellite here, the satellite which is here, the satellite which is at a stationary with respect to, this meaning is with respect to Earth. With respect to Earth is called here geostationary satellite. Geostationary satellite. Now, the orbit, in which orbit the satellite is revolving, the orbit of the geostationary satellite is called as the orbit of geostationary satellite. The orbit of geostationary satellite is called geosynchronous orbit. This is called a geosynchronous orbit. Here, this is called as a geosynchronous orbit. Here, this is a geosynchronous. This is a geosynchronous orbit. This orbit is called as the geosynchronous orbit. The orbit of the geostationary satellite is called as geosynchronous orbit. Right. We know that here the satellite which is at a stationary with respect to Earth is called as geostationary satellite. When observing from the Earth, it appears to be what is here stationary, or it appears to be at rest position. That satellite is called as a geostationary satellite. Here it appears to be stationary with respect to any point on the surface of the Earth. It appears to be stationary with respect to any point on the surface of the Earth. That satellite is called as a geostationary satellite. That's the reason we are saying that the time period of geostationary satellite is 24 hours. Why 24 hours? It is a time period of rotation of Earth. Time period of rotation of Earth also how many hours here? 24 hours. Here similarly the time period of geostationary satellite is also 24 hours. Why 24 hours means here this is the time period of rotation of Earth is 24 hours is there. So the time period of geostationary satellite also 24 hours we are considered. Why? What is the reason means it appears to be rest with respect to Earth. It appears to be rest with respect to Earth. That's the reason we are taking the time period of here. What is here? The time period of geostationary satellite we are considered as a 24 hours. Here next we are writing here the time period of geostationary satellite is 24 hours. Why 24 hours means it is a time period of rotation of Earth. Time period of rotation of Earth. Time period of rotation of Earth is also 24 hours. Similarly, the time period of geostationary satellite also we consider as a 24 hours. Next, why 24 hours consider means that it is geostationary satellite is rest with respect to Earth. That's the reason it is its time period also we consider as a 24 hours. Now, the height of the geostationary satellite. The height of the geostationary satellite. Here, the height of the geostationary satellite. We can find the formula. The height of the satellite, we know that. The height of the satellite formula or the height of the satellite from the surface of the Earth. Formula we know that here. That is T square R square G by 4 pi square. Already we derived this formula. Whole power of 1 by 3, not 1 by 2 here. Whole power of 1 by 3. T square R square G by 4 pi square whole power of 1 by 3 minus R. From this formula, we can find the height of the geostationary satellite. Here we substitute the values. What are the values we are substituting here? R equal to, we substitute the values here 6.4 into 10 power of 6 meters radius of the Earth. And time period is equal to, already we know that 24 hours. 24 hours means 24 into 60 into 60. What is here? Seconds. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So what is here? I am writing here 24 into 60 into 60 seconds. That is nothing but 24 hours is how many seconds here? 24 into 60 into 60 seconds. And G value also we know that G value 9.8 meter per second square. When all the values substituting in this equation, here how much we are getting the height? Here we substitute all the values in this equation here. That values are we substitute here 24 into 60 into 60. Here what is their whole square? Radius of the Earth is 6.4 into 10 power of 6 whole square, and G value is 9.8. Here G value is 9.8 by here 4 into 3.14 whole square, 4 into 3.14 whole square. This is whole power of 1 by 3 and minus of, I am writing here minus value. Here minus of this R value, minus of R is there. Minus of R means minus of 6.4 into 10 power of 6. This is what is the total value? Minus of 6.4 into 10 power of 6. When calculating this one value is equal to, we can get the near about, when substituting these all values in this equation, we get the near about value is equal to 36,000 kilometers. Nearly we are getting this value, 36,000 kilometers. Means the height of the geostationary satellite from the surface of the Earth is 36,000 kilometers. It's a very big value here. This is 36,000 kilometers height from the surface of the Earth. Geostationary satellite height from the surface of the Earth is 36,000 kilometers. We are finding using the formula. The height of the satellite formula, what is here? H is equal to T square R square G by 4 pi square whole power of 1 by 3 minus R. In this all values are we are substituting. We know that all these values, when substituting and calculating the value, that value we are getting as 36,000 kilometers. Right. Now this is we are called as a geostationary satellite. Means how that geostationary satellite is revolving. We will observe with the diagram also. Now here the satellite which is at rest or which is at stationary with respect to Earth is called as a geostationary satellite. The orbit of geostationary satellite, in which orbit the geostationary satellite is revolving around the Earth, that is called as a geosynchronous orbit. That is called as a geosynchronous orbit. The time period of geostationary satellite is how many hours here? 24 hours. Why consider the 24 hours? Because of it is here at rest with respect to the Earth. So the time period of rotation of Earth is 24 hours. Similar to the time period of geostationary satellite also considered as a 24 hours. So the height of the geostationary satellite we are finding using this formula. The height is equal to 36,000 kilometers. Right. Next to how the geostationary satellite is revolving around the Earth. Listen. Here, this is the earth we are considered. Here, or this is we are considered as earth here. This is called as a north pole. This is called as a south pole. Now, this is considered as a south pole. Okay, north pole and south pole. Now, this is west. This is east. Okay. Now, this is what is the plane here then? Along the west and east. This is we are considered as a one plane. This plane is called as a this plane is called as a equatorial plane. This plane is called as what is here? Equatorial plane. Now, here suppose the geostationary satellite. This plane is called as a equatorial plane. The geostationary satellite also revolving here from west to east. It is revolving from what is here west to east. That is here what is the orbit is called as geosynchronous orbit. Means the geostationary satellite also revolving in the orbit. This is geostationary satellite we have considered. This is satellite. This is called as a geostationary satellite. This satellite is revolving in the one orbit. That orbit name is given as a geosynchronous orbit. Geosynchronous orbit. Now that is called as a geosynchronous orbit. Now here from this we are saying that this is revolving from west to east. It is revolving from what is here west to east here. The geosynchronous orbit, in the geosynchronous orbit, the geostationary satellite is revolving from west to east. Listen here. The geostationary satellite is revolving in west to east in one particular orbit. That orbit is called as a geosynchronous orbit. The angle between, now listen here, the angle between the angle between the equatorial plane of the earth, this is called as the equatorial plane of the earth, equatorial plane of the earth and equatorial plane of the earth and the orbital plane of this is we are considered the orbital plane. This is orbit. In this we are considered the one plane here. Suppose this is I am showing here. This is north and south pole. This is what is a geosynchronous orbit. Already we know that this is this is considered as a equatorial plane. In this orbit also, geosynchronous orbit also we are considered the one plane here like this. This is called as a equatorial plane. This is another plane we have taken inside the geosynchronous orbit. This plane is called as another plane we are considered here. This plane is called as what is here? Orbital plane of geostationary orbit. Means listen here, this is the equatorial plane is there. Here in this geosynchronous orbit also I am considering the one plane like this. You can observe here. Now two planes are considered. One is the equatorial plane, that is I am showing with what is here. This is with the dark line, This is I am showing with the dotted lines. Here what is I am showing the dotted lines? That is called as a orbital plane of geostationary orbit. Now that is both are I am showing here. One is called as a equatorial plane, another one is called as a orbital plane of geostationary satellite. Means in the geosynchronous orbit also I am considered the one plane. That is I am showing with the dotted. That plane, this plane, what is the dotted here there? This plane is called as here orbital plane of geostationary satellite. This plane is called as a equatorial plane. Both are in the same direction. Here both are in the same direction is there. That is we are considered that is in the west to east direction only. So that's the reason the angle between these two is how many degrees here? 0 degrees. Right, this is the main point here. The angle between the equatorial plane of Earth and the orbital plane of geostationary satellite is 0 degrees. One plane, in the geosynchronous orbit, geostationary satellite is revolving. In this orbit, we are considered the one plane. That plane is called as the orbital plane of geostationary satellite. This is called as orbital plane of geostationary satellite. Geostationary satellite. Now this is equatorial plane. The angle between these two is both are in the same direction is there. This is a plane, another plane also in the same. Means the angle between these two is how many degrees here? 0 degrees. Suppose one plane like this, another plane like this, means the angle between these two is how many degrees here? 90 degrees. Here both are in the same direction is there. So that's the reason the angle between these two is 0 degrees. Means from this we are saying that the angle between equatorial plane of Earth and the orbital plane of geostationary satellite is how many degrees here? 0 degrees. Right, this is the one of the information. Next, what are the uses of the geostationary satellite? Already we know that geostationary satellite is always evolving from west to east direction of the Earth. What is the orbit? What is the orbit in which geostationary satellite is revolving? That orbit is called as geosynchronous orbit. The angle between equatorial plane of Earth, this is called as the equatorial plane of Earth, and the orbital plane of geostationary satellite, the angle between these two is 0 degrees. In the diagram we are showing clearly. Next, what is the uses of the geostationary satellite? These are used for communication, used as a communication satellites. Here, they are used as communication satellites. They are used as a communication satellites to transmit TV programs to transmit TV programs to distant places. Distant places means here distant places, not distant places. Distant places means we send the TV programs to longer distances using the help of the geostationary satellite. Here, geostationary satellites are used as a, next point here, this is used as a, here next, first one is communication satellite, next one used as a weather satellites. Weather satellites. Here used as a weather satellite to forecast weather. Here what is here? To forecast weather. To forecast the weather, it is used as a weather satellites. Next, to study the upper layers of the atmosphere. This is the first one. Second one. Next, third one is to study upper layers of atmosphere. These are the main uses of the what is here geostationary satellite. What is the main uses here? They are used as a communication satellite to transmit TV programs to distant places, longer distance places. This is used as a weather satellite to forecast weather. Next, to study the upper layers of the atmosphere. What are the layers is there in the upper layers of the atmosphere? What are the layers is there? To study that layers, we are using as a geostationary satellites. These are called as a geostationary satellites. Here once again, we will discuss clear about the geostationary satellite. Here geostationary satellite, this is a satellite. It is stationary with respect to Earth. It is stationary with respect to Earth. That satellite is called as a geostationary satellite. When observing every point from the Earth, it appears to be stationary. The height of the geostationary satellite is 36,000 kilometers. That is, we are finding the formula, H formula, height of the satellite formula. Using that formula, we are finding the height of the geostationary satellite. The time period of geostationary satellite we are considered as a 24 hours. Why consider the 24 hours? Means it is a time period of rotation of Earth. Why consider the 24 hours? Means here because of it appears to be rest with respect to Earth. So Earth rotation, time period of rotation, how much is there? Same time period for the geostationary satellites. Here next, geostationary satellites having some uses are there. They are using as a communication system, communication satellite. They are used as a communication satellite to transmit the TV programs. TV programs we are transmitting for distant places using a geostationary satellite. Another one is this is used as a weather satellite to forecast the weather, and to study the upper layers of the atmosphere also we are using the geostationary satellites. These are the main uses of the geostationary satellites. Right. But one main drawback is in the geostationary satellite, it is what is a longer distance from the surface of the Earth, 36,000 kilometers is there. This is one of the drawback of the geostationary satellite. Here next, another satellite that is called as a polar satellites. Next we will discuss about the polar satellites. Next we will discuss about the polar satellite. Here polar satellites are low altitude satellites, means low height satellites, which go around the poles of the Earth, means it revolving around the poles of the Earth in north and south direction, means it is revolving in the south pole and north pole direction, is known as a polar satellites. Now what is here? The orbit of the polar satellite is called as a polar orbit. Here polar satellites are low altitude satellites. Low altitude satellites. These are the low altitude satellites which go around which is revolving around which go around the poles of Earth. Around the poles of Earth, which go around the poles of Earth in a north and south direction. In a north and south direction. It is revolving around the north pole and south pole. This is called as polar satellites. This is called as a polar satellites. These are called as a polar satellites. Now, the orbit of the polar satellite is called as polar satellite. Here, polar satellite is called polar orbits. Polar orbits. Now, the altitude of the polar satellites is from the surface of the earth. Altitude means height. Here what is here? Altitude of polar satellites is, the altitude is altitude means height. Height is how much height is there? Means 500 kilometer to 800 kilometer from surface of earth. Here small height is there, but what is there? Geostationary satellite height is 36,000 kilometers, but here this is 500 kilometers to 800 kilometers only. Here time period of revolution of polar satellite is, time period of revolution of polar satellite is, the time period of revolution of polar satellite is, the time period is only 100 minutes. Here that's the reason it crosses the, here what is there? Any location of the earth. It crosses the any location of the earth in many times. Why crosses the many times? Means it is here what is there? Time period of revolution is only how many minutes here? 100 minutes. But the time period of revolution of geostationary satellite is 24 hours. Here that is time period is more. That's the reason it will be revolving only one revolution. But it makes here many revolutions. That's the reason it crosses any place of the earth many times in here what is here? Many times. It crosses here any location of the earth in the many times, because of its time period of revolution is only how many minutes here? 100 minutes. Next here this is what is here? We know that here this is north pole, this is south pole, this is west, this is what is here? East. We know that already. Here we are considering here. Now the polar satellites are what is there? Satellites are which go around the poles of earth in north and south direction. It is revolving in north and south direction. Like this it is revolving. Revolving in north and south direction. It is revolving in north and south direction. Start from north and what is there? Come to south here. Now this is we are considered as this satellite is called as a polar satellite. It is revolving in north and south direction of the earth. This orbit is called as polar orbit. Now this is called as a polar orbit. Now listen here. Already we know that this is this plane. Already we have given the name. This is called as this plane is called as equatorial plane. Here in between polar orbit also we can consider the one plane here like this. We consider the one plane like this. When consider this plane, that plane is called as the orbital plane of polar satellite. Orbital plane of polar satellite. That is considered in the polar orbit. Right? That is called in the polar orbit. We are considered the orbital plane of polar satellite. Now this is the equatorial plane. This is we are considered the one plane. Another plane we are considered. This is the equatorial plane. Another plane I am considered like this. This is called as we know that here equatorial plane. This plane is called as the orbital plane of polar satellite. Orbital plane of polar satellite. The angle between these two is how many degrees? The angle between these two is, we can observe here, the angle between these two is how many degrees here? 90 degrees. Now that point I am writing here, the angle between here equatorial plane of Earth and equatorial plane of Earth and orbital plane of polar satellite is 90 degrees. Okay, right. Now this is all. Here what is here? We are considered the angle. That angle I am considered as a, here this angle I am considered, that angle is how many degrees here? 90 degrees. The angle between equatorial plane of Earth and orbital plane of polar satellite is how many degrees we are getting here? That is we are getting as a 90 degrees. Right, this is called as an angle between the equatorial plane of Earth. This is the equatorial plane. Next, this is the orbital plane of polar satellite. The angle between these two is how many degrees here? 90 degrees. Here, polar satellite altitude means height is how much here? 500 to 800 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. The time period of revolution of polar satellite is only 100 minutes. That's when it crosses the any place of the Earth in the many times. Next, what are the uses of the polar satellites? We will see the uses of polar satellites. Now, next they are used as a remote controlling. This polar satellite is used as a remote controller, remote sensing. What is the what here? This is used as remote sensing. This is used as a remote sensing. So it is called as, that's the reason it is called as a another name also given. This is called as a remote sensing satellites. Remote sensing satellites. What is the remote sensing? Remote sensing means it is one of the technique collect the information from the any object without touching it. Without touching the object, we are collecting the information from the object. That technique is called as a remote sensing. Remote sensing is one of the technique. Here, that is to collect the information from the any object without touching it is called as a remote sensing. Right. Next, what is the use of this polar satellite is? Polar satellite is what is here? This is used in weather and environmental. What is here? Monitoring. This is used in the weather and environmental. Used as weather and environmental. Here, environmental monitoring. Here, this is used as a weather and environmental monitoring. Here, this gives information more reliable than the geostationary satellite. What is the information we are getting from the here? What is the polar satellite? That information is more reliable. Reliable means more. What is there useful? From the what is there more useful or more better? More better than the geostationary satellite. Now these are used as a what is here spying work for military purpose. Here these are used as these are used as here what is here spying work. Spying work for military purpose. Spying work for military purpose. These are the here many uses of a what is here polar satellite. Polar satellites are used as a remote sensing. So it is called as a remote sensing satellite. So what is the remote sensing here? What is mean by the remote sensing? Remote sensing means it is one of the technique to collect the information from the any object without touching it. Now another use is used as weather and environmental monitoring. Here are here what is here used as weather and environmental studies. What is the information given by the polar satellite? It is better than, it is reliable than the geostationary satellite. Now these are used as a spying work for military purpose, and these are used as a water survey. Where is the water is there? We can use the water survey. This is using this we can detect the area under the forest, where the forest is there, area under the forest also we can detect here. Next, what is that? We can detect the here what is here sources of pollution also. These are many uses are there. Just you can remember any 2 or 3 uses for examination purpose here. Right. These are the here uses of the what is here polar satellites. Right. This is the total information about the polar satellite. Here comparison to the geostationary satellite, polar satellites are having the polar satellites are here what is there very better. Why very better means it is a low altitude, it is very near to the surface of the earth. It gives the information better than the geostationary satellites. Right, this is total information about the communication satellites. What are the communication satellites here? Geostationary satellite and polar satellites. Next here we will discuss the here weightlessness. Next we will discuss the weightlessness. Now listen here. Suppose what is the weight of the body? The force with which the earth is attracting body. The force with which the earth is attracting the body here. The force with which the earth is attracting the here what is here? The earth is attracting a body. The earth is attracting a body towards its center. That is called as a what is here? Weight of the body. Here what is the weight here? First we can define the weight here. The force here with which the earth attracts a body towards its center. Towards its center is called weight of the body. Is called the weight of the body. Right. And a body when feels the weightlessness, the body feels the weightlessness, normal reaction is acting on it is 0. When the normal reaction is acting on it 0, the body feels the weightlessness. Here I am writing here any body feels. Here what is there? Any body feels weightlessness when it feels the weightlessness, whenever normal reaction on it is 0. Whenever normal reaction acting on it or on it is 0. On it is 0. When the normal reaction acting on it is 0, then the body feels the weightlessness. Means when the normal reaction acting on the body is 0, then it is called as weightlessness. When it is possible, this is possible only the net acceleration of the body. Net acceleration of body is equal to the acceleration of due to gravity. Net acceleration acting on the body is equal to the acceleration of due to gravity. Then the body becomes to be weightlessness. Why it becomes to be weightlessness means the normal reaction acting on the body is 0. Right. Suppose we are placing, this is the what is there one body, and I am placing on the here my surface of the what is their hand, we are placing like this. Suppose my hand is removed, this is easily fall down. This is in the state of free fall. This is in the state of the free fall means in this case net acceleration of the body is equal to the acceleration of due to gravity. When it is freely falling means the only weight is acting, normal reaction is not acting. Suppose I am placing on my hand, here the weight is acting in the downward direction. Here due to the duster on my hand weight is acting. On the duster normal reaction is acting due to my hand. Clear here. Here due to the duster weight is acting on my hand. Here the hand produces a normal reaction on the duster. Means due to my hand normal reaction is acting on the duster. Means normal reaction is acting in the upward direction, weight is acting in the downward direction. When suddenly I remove the hand, it is easily fall down. Means it is in the state of free fall. When it is in the state of free fall, the net acceleration of the body is equal to the acceleration due to gravity. In this case, normal reaction is 0. Because when it is freely falling means only weight is acting, normal reaction is not acting. Normal reaction is not acting means the normal reaction becomes to be 0. We are saying that when normal reaction becomes to be 0, the body feels what is here? Weightlessness. Right? Yeah, this is the net acceleration of the body is equal to the acceleration of due to gravity in magnitude and direction. Both are equal in magnitude and the direction. Then only here the normal reaction acting on the body is 0. The body feels the weightlessness. For example, first case I am consider. Suppose one person or one object in a freely falling lift. I am placing the one object in the freely falling lift. Freely falling lift means we know that acceleration A equal to the net acceleration. Acceleration A equal to the acceleration due to gravity. That is a condition for freely falling. Means the acceleration is acting in the downward direction. Because A equal to G, this acceleration due to gravity is acting towards the center of the earth. Right, A equal to G here. Now this is we are placing in this lift we are placing the one body. For this body I am drawing the free body diagram. When drawing the free body diagram already we know that normal reaction is acting in the upward direction due to the lift. The weight is acting in the downward direction due to the body. Here acceleration A equal to G. In this case we find the normal reaction. Here mg is more than the n. We know that already. Because of here A is acting in the downward direction means mg is more than the n. Means net force acting in the downward direction. So net force I am writing here. A is acting in this direction means net force also acting in this direction. I am writing the net force. Here what is here? F net is equal to mg minus of ma. Mg minus of n. Both are in opposite direction. Net force is equal to mg minus n. Net force can be written as mass into acceleration. Ma is equal to mg minus n. N taking here n equal to mg minus of ma. Now here n equal to mg minus of, but a equal to what we know that here g. Here mg minus of mg. Now mg minus of mg means here n equal to 0. Normal reaction is 0. Normal reaction is 0 means this is normal reaction is also we are given the one name that is called as apparent weight is 0. Apparent weight is 0. When apparent weight is 0 means the body is weight is 0 means the body is nothing but a weightlessness. When the normal reaction is 0, nothing but what is here? The apparent weight is 0. When the apparent weight is 0 means the body is what is here? Weightlessness. We know that already. The body feels weightlessness and normal reaction on it is 0. Normal reaction is nothing but a apparent weight. Apparent weight is 0 means the body feels what is here? Weightlessness. When the body is placed in a lift, that lift is freely falling. When the object is placed in a freely falling lift means acceleration E equal to G. In this case, normal reaction is 0. Normal reaction is 0 means the body, what is the body? We are placing inside the lift. The lift is under free fall. In this case, normal reaction is 0. Normal reaction is 0 means the body feels the weightlessness. Next, another second case we have considered here. Here this is the case 1 or first example we have considered. Case 1 or first example we can consider. Next, case 2 we have considered. What is the case 2? Listen. A person. This is one person I am considered. That is, person is here. The person is in a satellite. This is revolving around the surface of the earth with orbital velocity v0. Satellite is revolving with orbital velocity. Now the orbital velocity formula we know that v0 is equal to under root of gm by r, or another formula we write here under root of gr. You know that both are the formulas. Now when the person is inside the satellite, that satellite is revolving around the earth. Now in this case, due to person the weight is acting towards the center of the earth. Next to the acceleration, this is called as a centripetal acceleration, also acting towards the center of the earth. The AC is called as a centripetal acceleration. This is also acting towards the center of the earth. Now that acceleration can be written as centripetal acceleration of the satellite can be written as AC is equal to, we know that its velocity v0. General formula AC is equal to what is here, v square by r. This is r is called as a radius of the path. Here what is there, circular path, a radius of the orbit. Now what is that taken here? From this AC is equal to v0 square by r, because the satellite is revolving with orbital velocity v0. v0 square by r, but v0 is equal to under root of gm by r. Here v0 square is equal to, we are getting here gm by r. So what is I am writing here, gm by, this can be written as what is there, gm by, but here radius of the earth is, here capital R is there. So in the place of the small r, I am written as a capital R. By writing means the radius of the earth is capital R. So we are getting already v0 square is equal to gm by r by r. So what we are getting here, this is gm by r square. This is acceleration, but gm by r square is equal to, we know that acceleration due to gravity, g. Means what we are getting here, AC equal to g. The centripetal acceleration is equal to the acceleration due to gravity. Now we are drawing the free body diagram for the person. When drawing the free body diagram for the person, now I am drawing the free body diagram for the person here. This is I am drawing here. For the free body diagram for the person I am drawing here. This is normal reaction is acting in the upward direction. mg is acting in the downward direction. Already we know that acceleration also in the downward direction, AC, but AC equal to g. We know that from this mg is more than n, because acceleration is acting in the downward direction. So from this I am writing here mg minus equal to net force. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration, or F net. F net is equal to mg minus of n. mg is more than the n. Now mg minus n. So mg minus of n is equal to F net is equal to m into here AC, acceleration AC, that is acting in the downward direction. Here this is AC, that is equal to g. Here m into AC. But here from this I want to find the normal reaction. N equal to, here what is there, n equal to can be written as, here this is I am taking here n equal to what we are getting here, mg minus mac. So AC equal to g. From this we get here n equal to mg minus of mg. AC equal to g means mg minus of mg is equal to 0. Means normal reaction acting on the person is 0. Normal reaction is acting on the person is 0 means the person inside the satellite he feels the weightlessness. Means what is the 0 here? Apparent weight is 0. apparent weight or normal reaction is 0 means the person inside the satellite feels the what is here weightlessness, because the normal reaction acting on the person, this is the normal reaction acting on the person is 0. In the normal reaction acting on the person is 0, the person feels the weightlessness. We can place any object inside the satellite, that object feels the weightlessness, because it is falls under the what is here, this is under the free fall. Why it is saying under the free fall? Because acceleration, the centripetal acceleration is equal to the acceleration due to gravity. That's the reason it is under the free fall. When it is under the free fall means the whatever the body or person any we are placing inside the satellite, we are around the surface of the earth, it is very close to the, it is very near to the surface of the earth, we are taking the satellite. Here on in the satellite the person is there, or person or any body we are placing, that feels to the weightlessness. Why feels to the weightlessness means the normal reaction acting on the person is 0. When the normal reaction is acting on the person is 0 means apparent weight is 0. When apparent weight or normal reaction acting on the person is 0 means the person or body that is placed inside the satellite around the surface of the earth or near to the surface of the earth, they feel what is here weightlessness. This is a second case about the what is here weightlessness. Okay, thank you. Here this chapter is concepts are the completed. Next class we will discuss the NCERT numericals. After completing the NCERT numericals, we discuss the objective questions in our material. Okay, thank you.